Overstride is one of the most common things talked about in running, but it's poorly understood and even harder to figure out if you have an overstride when you run. If you've looked on Google and you've tried to find information but come up empty, this video is for you. I'm going to show you an exact example of how overstride is defined so you can see if you have overstride in your own running and make corrections quickly. My name is Dr. Kevin Vandy. I'm a specialized running physical therapist here in San Jose. And this is a breakdown of a runner inside my 3D gait lab so you can see the exact mechanics of what an overstride is. Guys, before we hop into the video, please hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get more of my videos. So let's dive in and see what an overstride is. Here in this video, you are watching a 3D gait analysis of a young runner who was looking to improve their performance. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this right at a time in the running cycle where they are at the initial point of contact. All right, here you see this runner is right at the initial point of contact, right when the foot hits the ground. This is where you're going to see overstride. So a lot of times you'll hear your running coach say, lengthen your stride. Lengthen your stride. And when they say that, our inclination is to reach our foot out in front of our bodies to try and lengthen our stride. Often what happens is exactly what's happening here, where you end up in an overstride position. So what is overstride? So here you can see this vertical orange line that I've placed right at the initial contact point of the ground, right around the ankle. This is where the foot is first hitting the ground. If you compare this line to the midline of the body, you can see that the contact line is well in front of this person's body line. That's one way to define an overstride, is how far this line is from what's called your center of mass, or basically the belly button. In running, you want to move your contact line as close as you can to right underneath your body. When you reach your foot out too far, what happens is you break your loading force, meaning as you push down on the ground in this direction, if you follow your egg, you push down on the ground, based on physics principles, the ground is going to push back up onto you, which that line of force pushes you backwards, or in a sense, creates a braking force. So this slows you down. It also uses a tremendous amount of energy. If you can reduce your overstride by moving this contact point closer to the midline of your body, you break your forward momentum less, you use less energy, and you're able to maintain your speed. So those are the penalties of overstride and also the benefits if you correct it. There's also another way to define overstride. I've put a line here that you can see is directly on from the ankle to the outside of the knee. This is the directional line of your shin bone. Ideally, we want this line to be straight up and down. So we want it to be vertical. That improves muscle function and makes it so that you can use your muscles to their highest capacity and highest force. When that line is directed backwards, it makes it so you extend your knee so you don't have as much knee bend, and makes it so you have a high amount of landing compression on your leg, and it makes it so you can increase your injury risk and again slow yourself down. So you want your shin bone to be vertical, meaning if you pull your foot back, that line would be straight up and down and you would no longer have an overstride. Another piece that you'll see is often an overstride for heel strike runners. There's a high degree of ankle range of motion here, also called ankle dorsiflexion, or when your toes reach up to the sky. So here you see this is 13 degrees. That's higher than it should be. Ideally, this should be around neutral, so 0 degrees. The higher up you lift your foot, the more compression you're going to get on your heel and foot, and the further you're going to reach your foot out in front of you. So, takeaways. To reduce overstride, decrease the distance between where you land, where your foot lands, and where the center of your body is. Put simply, land as close as you can with your foot right underneath your body. Reduce the amount of angle at your ankle by moving towards a mid-foot strike pattern, landing on the middle of your foot. You don't have to move to forefoot. You don't have to make that transition. You just have to be less of a heel strike runner. By making these two changes, by landing under your center of mass and landing more towards your midfoot, you will keep more of your momentum, maintain your energy, reduce the amount of muscle usage during running gait, and increase your stride efficiency. So that is an overstride explained through an actual running gait analysis where a runner was working on improving their performance. Again, controlling your overstride significantly reduces your injury risk, increases your running economy and efficiency, makes it feel easier, and it'll allow you to improve your running performance. So that is an overstride. Keep it simple. Land with your foot underneath your body and try to land more midfoot. That will improve your running mechanics. Hey guys, be sure to check out my other videos. I'll be releasing them every week. Drop a comment if you have questions about how to reduce your own overstride or tactics that have worked for you. Until next time, guys, train smarter and perform better.